Hey there, Variety here. Welcome to today's video in which we're going to be doing a Seed Island housing guide for Fantasy Tales Sword and Magic. So Fantasy Tales recently released a couple of days ago, so my house is still under construction, so don't see my house and immediately think, that's the limit of what you can do, because I'm far from complete. But today we're going to have a look at getting your house started and what you can do in your house. And we're going to talk about some of the things I've discovered in my self-research and just getting advantages and getting ahead. Alright, so pretty early on everybody gets a seed island in which you get a house. And you're going to begin with a tent and basically some small chores that will require you to pick up things off the ground and do some basic quests. But before long, you'll start getting items to place on your plot. So here is my outside of my house. And my inside isn't really done so much. This is already the second building, and as you can see here, I'm waiting for the next construction to be done to make it even bigger. And my island is currently at level 13. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over and have a look at the farming section in a moment. But before we do that, I should probably have a look at decorate, right? So decorate is pretty basic. You just basically grab your items and just drag them around. I'm just going to buy a garden bench real quick and show you. Okay, I have the garden bench. It's on a grid, so it's pretty easy to put down. Let's rotate it. Confirm, and there we go. That is basically how easy it is to put down your furniture. I should probably note this as well. You'll see here 5 over 15 furniture. This doesn't mean you can only have 15 pieces outside. Each section has its own, own amount of things that you can have out here. Inside of this building is still pretty small, but we'll go and have a look at it. So as you can see in here, I just have a couple of things. The reason I'm still short on things is because I need to get more tokens for the seed shop so I can actually buy the items. Okay, so now that we've had a look at the decoration section, let's have a look at the farming section. A lot of the things in this game are kind of intertwined. Okay, so it took a little bit to load there. Must be because I'm recording. Alright, so over here we have the farm. So when you start off, you're only going to have a couple of plots, but as you level up, you're going to get more and more plots. So pick up the plants real easily. Alright, so I currently have 3 out of 4 unlocked. You'll start at the top, and as you go down, it'll take longer and longer to, farm them, but it will give you higher tier items. So let's just put in something basic. The basic one's only going to take a minute. Okay? You can speed it up, but I don't recommend doing it. So over here we have a couple other things. Just keep in mind you're not going to have all this unlocked. You need to level up your island a little bit before you can actually use these. So here we have the chickens. Let's grab the eggs real quick. And then we feed them. And then soon they'll give us more eggs. Let's grab the milk. Okay. Perfect. Looks like I didn't give potatoes to the pigs. That was a mistake. That's okay. Alright. Okay, so over here we have bread and bacon that I currently have. I just got some of it. So as you can see here, bread is made out of wheat. And the bacon is made out of eggs and bacon. Let's go over here. So this machine here will make the cream and butter. That's what I'm making right now. I can't make cheese yet, but that comes out of milk. And I believe the other one was milk too. Yeah, it's 2 milk. Okay, perfect. Over here, we have mashed potato, and looks like pizza that we haven't unlocked yet. Potato pizza. Oh, yuck. I can't believe they... Nasty. All right, let's put on the mashed potato. Potato pizza. All right. So basically, as you saw, you farm your items, you feed them to your animals, and then you use your animals' produce to craft other items. Well, why do you need these other items? Well, the main use for them is to complete orders. You can see these people line up here. They basically have orders they want you to complete. So here, as you can see, they want different items and they offer different rewards. So the most important one is probably seed coins and seed island XP, because the seed island XP is the level of your island, right? It unlocks stuff. And the other one is your seed tokens, which you use in the seed store, which I'll talk about in a moment. I can't complete any of these right now because I've already done all mine for today and I'd just be wasting my materials. But basically, just click on sell. They'll come back in pretty quickly. Honestly, I wouldn't be using your tokens to speed them up or to speed up farming because it's not really worth it. It's just not really worth it. Okay, so over here we have Pete Berry. So Pete Berry will randomly appear on your island and lasts here for 3 hours, and he'll want you to trade items to him. Unlike these guys over here, which are really nice, this guy here is a bit unkind, and he actually wants items you can't produce. I don't believe anybody on the server can actually produce these items right now because they require cooking, which hasn't been unlocked on my island yet. Pretty unfortunate, which means I can't get the great reward here. I do actually have those chests. I'll show you what was inside. Here we go. Basically, I can get anything I want in here, or I can get seed coins. Okay, so that's the basics of what's been unlocked so far on my island. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about extra things that I've discovered. So one of the things I've discovered is that sometimes there'll be monsters that'll appear on your island. They'll be around this area and they won't do anything, but you need to attack them. And when you attack them, they'll try to run away. They'll try to teleport away, right? So you don't want to AoE. You don't want to hit them all because they'll all teleport away. Hit them one by one and kill them, and they'll give you great items. Sometimes they'll even give you items to put directly into your house. I'm pretty sure, I think it was this one here. Pretty sure I got this straight off of one of the monsters that I killed. Now, that's pretty basic, right? You see monsters and kill monsters, but the reason I'm talking about this is because monsters don't just appear on your island. They appear on other people's islands. So what I did is I went to more and I went to Seed Island. No, I didn't, apparently. I went to rankings and I went down to Seed Island. As you can see here, I'm currently ranked 2. But if you click on their name, you can actually visit their island. By visiting their island, you can clean up around their island and sometimes get goodies. You can find mobs on their island in this area, which you can kill them and get their goodies that they, the person who owns the house would usually get. Please note, I don't know if you can unlimited farm these. I don't know. I jumped through 5 different houses and I found mobs on 2 of them. And I think 2 of the places had areas I could tidy up, which were giving me materials. But, you can do it. The other thing that I want to mention is the Pete Berry here. So Pete Berry actually appears on multiple islands. So think of it in this way. He appears on your island and gives you an offer, right? This offer here. But then he appears on everybody else's island and gives you a different offer. So the offers he gives you on your island and your other islands are different. But it's not different for every single island, right? You can't go through 100 of them. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to visit real quick, right? So let's open up the ranking. Hopefully he is still there. This island here, he has sacrificed basically looks to go max comfort to get his rank up, which, hey, to each his own. But as you can see, he hasn't really put anything around. So some things on the ground you can actually repair. What I'm doing is I'm looking for grass specifically. There we go. See? And I just got seed coins for cleaning up somebody else's house. Amazing. Think about it. You can go through as many houses as you want. There's probably some kind of limit. I just haven't run into it yet. Okay, so over here we have the Pete Berry. He's actually here, which is great news. Doesn't want to trade with you again today. I'm not exactly sure why he's telling me that. Earlier, maybe the 3 hours is up. But I was able to go into him and I was able to get a different menu. And I was able to trade to get a lot of seed coins. So let's finish up by talking about the seed shop, because it is actually quite important. So the seed shop is basically you use everything you do on your island, you get seed tokens, right? And you're going to use these seed tokens to unlock things in the store. Like you're going to buy furniture. But there's something really important to note here. See this little symbol here? It represents a blueprint. If I buy this, I only bought a blueprint. I didn't buy the item itself. That means I have to craft it. And some of the items required to craft some of these items, for example, one of the items I was looking at crafting requires purple items, which are rare offshoot items that come from gathering. So there's no way for you to force to get them. So you could be stuck with this blueprint and not actually be able to craft it because you simply can't get the purple offshoot from gathering, which you can't do unlimited. So just be aware if you buy any, any high comfort blueprint, you may not be able to craft it. Anything that doesn't have a blueprint though, you can just buy it. Like this here, no blueprint, you can buy it and just put it down immediately. So just at the beginning, it's probably a good idea to just buy stuff that don't require blueprints because you don't want to get tripped up and have items that you can't use initially. You can also use the log and you can, put comments on people's houses and other people can do it for you. And yeah, that pretty much covers the basics that you need to know for your seed island initially in Fantasy Tales Sword and Magic. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.